it is illogical to get 25% in 30 states not to be made president because he didn't get 25% in FCT. Uhegbe. Despite not being in favor of Tinubu's candidacy, Lemi Uhegbe advocates for a reevaluation of the significance placed on the 25% threshold in the FCT. He implies that this requirement should not outweigh the mandate given by the majority of the Nigerian electorate, as it undermines the democratic principles on which the electoral system is built. Uhegbe's perspective sheds light on the ongoing debate surrounding the 25% rule and highlights the need for a more comprehensive examination of electoral processes in Nigeria. And a conversation or people coming out to talk like this is part of the problem. I think we have gone past the point where we are quite aware. So with how bad Nigeria is, it's not arguable, it's not debatable for someone to know that, oh my days, we are so far off. Like, we are the exact opposite of what we should be. So what Nigeria should be, it is the exact opposite of. So having to talk about logic and argue and say we need to place an importance on, the 25% rule that highlights the need and to examine the electoral process more. Yes, it's very surface level thinking. It's very, look at the information they give you, you eat it and give your opinion and you take it as truth. So it is very illogical, actually, to logically think of why the results you expected didn't happen when the system that's meant to enforce its own rule has failed and has no strong foundation. So it's like, what's going on? I think this is it's bad because thinking like this, people obviously would agree and be like, yes, this person's right. But it's feeding into the delusion. It's feeding into the delusion that we have to still talk. It's feeding into the delusion that we have to speak a lot, right? We have to say that this government, this is what they're doing wrong. Like, they don't know, first of all. They already do. So it's like, someone knows they're doing something wrong and you keep telling them. They know, but they keep doing the wrong thing. Who is the fool here? And I think it's so sad because the conversation gets so detailed and I think it gets lost from what we should be discussing. Because what we should actually be discussing is how the system has failed and we need to start from scratch. Because if we keep going with what the system is expecting or the things or the system as it is, we will keep failing. Because at the root, it's systemic failure. It's nothing else to it. And now, a very interesting comment says, the question to ask the fools is that is FCT a super state? Like, when you question the reasoning behind this 25%, I know it's for fairness and all that, but then yes, the FCT, is there any reason why is it a super state? Because if you're meant to achieve 25% in all states, including the FCT, it's like, what was the rationale behind that? Right? I don't know. I'm sure you don't know. You can go research that. But it would be absolutely unwise to take issues that happen in our government, and then try to have normal and sane conversations about it, knowing fully well that our system is so flawed and the system will never enable or honor the normal thing and the right thing to do. And the worst thing, because at the end of the day, thinking how people think, obviously, is very essential, to taking action. But then looking at how failed the system is, us being used to disappointment and the government behaviors, look at the minds of the people conditioned to this kind of Nigerian government. What would their behavior be like? If you segment, the Nigerian people, according to political parties, who their principles are, how these people think, their religious lines, ethnic lines, their ethnic identities, religious identities, and then you look at where each person lies. Those that are comfortable enough to be well exposed, understand the system is failed, and pretty much, to be honest, would not even vote, right? Those that are still in the delulu, very hopeful state, because I feel like it's a cycle and a rotation. You have certain people who, till kingdom comes, they believe in Nigeria is the best, but if you look at their kind of thinking, they do have resources that would keep them comfortable for a while, and usually have second options. Let's be realistic. And those that are basically the majority who are gonna suffer will feel helpless, will be taken advantage of because they are in need, and that will be weaponized against them, and they'll be used every single time to destroy the country further. But what I think, and don't forget to like and subscribe.